The voting for the Telangana Assembly election is all set to end at 5 p.m. today. With this, the polling for all the 5 states will come to an end. All eyes are now on the exit polls, which will give an indication on which way the election is headed. The Assembly election results for Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, Telangana, Mizoram and Chhattisgarh will be declared on December 3rd. The 5 key states went to polls on different days between November 7th and November 30th. But before the Election Commission announces the results on Sunday, the exit poll results are likely to give the electorate as well as the parties some idea about what is to follow. The 5 states voted just months before the all-important Lok Sabha polls in 2024. Apart from news channels, there are many agencies also which analyze the data and come out with their exit polls. However, exit polls are not always accurate. But to a great extent, the picture of the elections becomes clear. An election exit poll is a poll of voters taken immediately after they have exited the polling stations. A similar poll conducted before actual voters have voted is called an entrance poll. Pollsters, usually private companies working for newspapers or broadcasters, conduct exit polls to gain an early indication as to how an election has turned out, as in many elections, the actual result may take many hours to count. But do you know, when did the exit polls start? And what is the basis of their claims? Marcel van Dam, a sociologist and former politician from the Netherlands, is considered the father of exit polls. The exit poll was conducted for the first time on February 15, 1967. Van Dam's assessment of the elections held in Netherlands at that time was absolutely accurate. The credit for the introduction of exit polls in India is given to Eric D. Costa, head of the Indian Institute of Public Opinion. At that time, these surveys were published in magazines. Exit polls on TV started knocking on Doordarshan in 1996. CSDS had released the exit poll in the 1996 Lok Sabha elections, in which it was predicted that there could be a fractured mandate. When the election results came, the CSDS survey was found accurate to a large extent. No party got a majority in the country. By 1998, almost every major news channel began conducting exit polls in the Lok Sabha elections, but they were not able to get the exact figures of seats. However, exit polls became quite popular among the public. After the elections, there was a huge craze among the public regarding these surveys. So, how is the exit poll data collected? During elections, data is collected in different ways to understand public opinion. For this, pre-poll, exit poll and post-poll opinion surveys are conducted. The methods of all these surveys are different from each other. When the voter comes out after casting his vote in the exit poll, he is asked some questions and an attempt is made to probe his mind and find out which party the voter is voting for. After analyzing these data collected from the booths, exit polls are released after the elections are over. In 1999, opinion polls and exit polls were banned by the Election Commission. A newspaper filed a petition in the Supreme Court against the ban. The Supreme Court then cancelled the decision of the Election Commission. But just before the 2009 Lok Sabha elections, the demand for banning exit polls was raised once again. The Election Commission wrote a letter to the Law Ministry to immediately bring an ordinance to amend the law regarding the ban. After that, the Representation of the People Act 1951 was amended to ensure that during the electoral process, exit polls cannot be published or broadcast in any form until the final vote is cast. Exit polls must be taken with a pinch of salt. There have been several instances in the past of exit polls going wrong. This is because people could name a candidate other than the one they actually voted for, give different answers to different agencies, or mention a name despite not having voted at all. Conversely, the exit polls could be accurate as well, both in terms of seat projections and the result. There is also a possibility that a party projected to win comes out victorious, but with a seat tally higher or lower than the projected one. In the 2023 Assembly elections, the Congress hopes to stay in power in Rajasthan and Chhattisgarh, while the BJP is seeking another term in Madhya Pradesh. Telangana sees strong competition between Congress and BJP to replace the TRS government. In Mizoram, the ruling Mizo National Front is facing a stiff challenge from both the Congress and the Zoram People's Movement. Stay tuned with One India News and catch all the live updates of the exit polls for the 2023 Assembly elections in Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, Telangana, Chhattisgarh and Mizoram this evening.
Subscribe to One India channel and never miss an update.